Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need: Makoni.
With the launch of Makoni Entertainment and Makoni Competizone alongside Makoni Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MakoniSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Makoni Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans. Another Thursday evening. That means the Checkered Flying Auto Supply Short Track Scrambler Series. Well, we dropped the Scrambler Series. I guess I can scratch that off the notes. It's just the SK Modified Series here. Short track racing on Thursday night, nonetheless, here with these guys tonight. The GK Properties LLC 100, third race of the season. And let me tell you, the first 2 races of the season have been barn burners, that is for sure. Started at the Stafford Motor Speedway. Chad Allcares was able to pick up the win. Then last week, the bump, the dump, the run by Joshua Buckley at the Charlotte Legends Oval. Tonight leads us right here to the GK Properties Inspection LLC 125, actually, here from the South Boston Speedway. So boy, can I not wait, because this is one of my favorite tracks here on the iRacing.com service. A small, tight little track, lots of banking. These SK Modifieds are going to be able to put on a show. Right now, these drivers sitting in qualifying, and, well, they're already done with the qualifying session. That's just how long it's taken me to babble along here tonight for you race fans. So what do you say we head trackside already here tonight? It's the Makoni Setup Shop starting a lineup here tonight, and starting on the front row, it'll be TJ Elaine, car number 51, taking the pole here tonight. To the outside of him, it's the Bachelor. That'll be the 83 of Kevin Bachelor. Back in row number 2 to the inside, last week's dump and run, number 13 MA. That'll be Joshua Buckley. He'll start 3rd. How about 4th? A newcomer out of Ohio, driving the 06 here tonight, Brian Neff in car 06. Starting 5th here tonight, it's the fan favorite. He goes in car number 271. That'll be Aiden Alvecchione. So to the outside of him, the Oscar Mayer Wiener, number 81 of Ken Allen. Back into the 7th starting spot, car number 38. That'll be the Beefy Motorsports. It's the Feeney car number 38 of Brandon Feeney. Next to him, it's the driver that was leading at the white flag. Did not see the checkered flag last week in P number 1, though. It'll be the Higgins Hill Racing, number 40 of Rob Higgins. Chad Allcares will start car 17 back into the 9th spot. Bill Gross is back here in car number 21. He'll start 10th. Chris Oliver will be the first driver to start outside the top 10. It'll be car 52 starting in 11th. How about Dwayne Hopkins, car 00? He'll start into the 12th spot. 13th on the call to be Richie Blake in car 66, and Mike Taschereau, 14th starting spot here tonight. 15th to go to Brian Bianchi in the number 14 MA entry. 16th, TJ Henson, car 62. How about Luke Logan, car 60? He'll start 17th. Bruce Pearson, car number 22, will start 18th. And Alan Wanamaker, car 74, in 19th. 20th starting spot here tonight. It's the man, the myth, the legend of Bob Higgins. He'll round out the 20-car field. Ready to go. 125 laps here tonight. Race fans, the GK Properties LLC 125 from the South Boston Speedway is about to go green. There you see the front row drivers ready to kick things off here tonight. Which one has the hot shoe this time? Out of turn 4, we're going to drop the green flag at the starter stand. Here we go. Green flag right there in Barney's hand. Green flag is up here at the South Boston Speedway. Great start by TJ Lane. He's out front right now. He'll lead lap 1. Everybody trying to fight to get to the bottom. You got to go back here to the 5th and 6th position. Aidan Alvecchione lost a spot there to Ken Allen. Allen was able to move up 1 spot at the opening lap, and now Aidan able to find his way in front of the number 40, the Macho Man, the Cowboy of Rob Higgins. There you see the Higgins Hill Racing checkered flag on display, number 40 of Higgins. He is right there. P number 7. He picked up a spot on the opening lap over the Liquid Motley Feeney call. Entry of Brandon Feeney. Fast lap that time being turned in by TJ Lane. He's out front. You see the battle. Bachelor getting worked over by Joshua Buckley. Everybody right file down around the bottom side of the speedway. See a bit of a slip up back there. That's the 21. Bill Gross got up off the bottom just a moment. Now side by side, Rob Higgins and Aidan Alvecchione. Those two drivers battling currently for the 6th and the 7th position here on lap number 7 at the South Boston Speedway. The outside lane is not where you want to be right now if you're Aidan Alvecchione. With everybody lined up down around the bottom side of the speedway, they could freight train you here tonight. You could be going from 5th all the way outside the top 10 just like that. But he's doing a great job holding the outside lane. Look at him power move down the straightaway. Can he hang on? Can he get around? That outside lane, pretty impressive. It's able to sit right there. Normally not able to see the outside lane hold on. But the outside groove gets the run down the straightaways in the corners. Angles it a little bit higher, about 2 car lengths up just about in the center of the corner. And just gets a great run. Look at everybody down around the bottom. They are stacked up behind that number 40 of Rob Higgins. Higgins that time slips a little bit. Alvecchione could have the chance to get to the bottom side. Feeney back there really having to lift off the gas. Bill Gross also. Now you see that the 271 of Aidan Alvecchione able to retake that position. He's in command there in the 6th spot. Another driver that was out of line. It was the number 21 of Bill Gross. He's back there. Trouble over here on the corner. Turn 4, some sparks flying here tonight to bring the first caution flag of the evening up. Looks like Mike Taschereau being the one tagged with the caution flag. Let's watch it back here. Watch the 33. TJ Henson just behind him in the 62 entry. Well, just got him in that left rear quarter panel. Around goes the 33. Looks like he got tagged by somebody. Didn't quite catch the car number coming by there. Right on board with the 33 looking back. There's the tag. He's going to go around, and looks like the 74 of Alan Wanamaker was the driver that actually got a little snippet of that. So that'll put us under the first caution flag of the evening. Looking at the biggest movers and shakers, it looks like right now Ken Allen, who is in the 81, he's slotted into the 5th position. He's been the driver that picked up the most spots here tonight. Highest running most spots. There's a couple drivers that picked up 1 spot here tonight on the opening laps, but Ken Allen running into the 5th position, having himself a heck of a run. If you noticed on the scoring over the last couple of weeks, let's get that. There you go. You've read my mind, Mr. Producer. Get that back up. You see Ken Allen. He drives the 81. He's sitting into the 5th position. Well, you see all the way back into the 16th spot right now running on the scoring monitor. There's the number 60. That is Luke Logan Allen. That is a father-son combination. So we have a pair of father-son combinations. We got the Higgins, and we have the Allens out here. We also have the iRacing.com pace car that's going to get the heck off the racetrack. What are you saying, race fans? Because we got to get the GK Properties LLC 125 back underway here at the South Boston Speedway. All drivers able to continue here tonight after Mike Taschereau went around and Alan Wanamaker made contact with him. Pace car off, green flag back into the air, some bumper cars on the bottom. Chain reaction. Everybody trying to get going, and the big chain reaction stacked them up on the bottom side of the speedway. They stacked up. They all kept it going. Everybody chasing. DJ Elaine out front as he'll lead the way. Need another one here. Uh-oh, trouble back there. Trouble towards the mid-pack. It looks like that was the 17. All Cares got up out of the groove in the Duncan Run and Done car. He's right now running the high side of the speedway. That is Aiden Alvecchione in front of him. And just behind him, that is Rich Blake in car 66. Had to take a look. Unfamiliar with the 66 entry. We've seen him a handful of times, but not very often do we see that 66 out onto the speedway. Trying to get back down to the bottom. Right now, Blake has the option. He goes down there, so does All Care. One driver still stuck to the outside, and that's Aiden Alvecchione. Alvecchione has lost, it looks like 3 spots since the drop of this restart. Able to hold that outside when he has the fresh tires, but can he hold on with a little bit of used tires? That'll be the question. Does it take a couple laps for the air pressures to come back to that 271 of Aiden Alvecchione? Losing a little ground right now. Bill down to the inside. Bill slips up a little bit. He'll open the door. Here comes the 14. Brian Bianchi looking like he wants to take that spot. Right on board with Brian Bianchi. Look at these two drivers battling side by side in front of him. If they slip up, Bianchi will fill the hole. Looks like there goes Bill. Now does Brian just kind of wait and bite his time a little bit? Oh, contact and Aiden Alvecchione up and over. We were riding on board at the time. Brian Bianchi got out of shape. Don't know if there was help from behind there for Brian. Him in the 271 of Aiden Alvecchione going for a ride. Looks like Aiden's going to have to take the tow to pit road. Brian's going to be able to keep going. See where the officials line him back up at, but oh boy, what a ride there for both those drivers. Take a look. We were watching it, but let's see if we can just grab a high and wide view here. Brian gets into the back there, and oh, it bottoms the car out, and when it bottomed that car out, it shot him straight up the speedway. A Wanamaker involved there as he got a piece of the 271 of Alvecchione. Right on board here with Brian Bianchi. See him on the bottom, a little bump. It bottoms out. The car goes up the track and right up over the left front tire. Oh, it's going to shorten up that right front suspension there for Brian Bianchi. Bob Higgins rolling away. He was involved. Right on board here. This is from Bob Higgins' point of view. You saw Higgins was able to slow it up. That's what brings out the caution flag. Brian Bianchi coming to pit road there. You see him in the 14. No fast repairs here tonight for these drivers in this series on Thursday night. So if you get damage like Brian Bianchi has, you either got to come to pit road and sacrifice a little bit of track position. He will go 1 lap down currently on the ticker. Let's see if he's able to get back out onto the speedway here with the 14 MA. Looks like Bianchi's going to try to come back out and stay one lap down if he can here to the race leaders. I think we should get the 1-to-go marker, so we're going to double them back up. TJ Elaine going to take the bottom side and put Joshua Buckley to the outside. So it'll be Elaine, Buckley, Bachelor, and Neff, the top 4 drivers here, getting ready to come back into the restart zone. Let's see if the old Granny Hips Walkers and Canes 13MA can hold the outside here against the lane. The restart, green flag back into the air. Another checkup bobble down on the bottom side of the speedway. The inside lane not getting the restarts they think they should have it. Oh, a wide turn that time on the exit there. Oh, Brian Neff going for a slide. And a couple of them going to wad it up down here in 3 and 4. Waiting for the caution lights to come on around the speedway here tonight. Couple drivers scattering, couple drivers going to go to pit road. Kevin Bachelor was having himself a good run. He'll come to pit road. Unfortunately for him, the green flag stays out. Let's watch this back here. Let's see if we can see what happened here. Oh, looks like Bachelor into the back of Neff, and unfortunately it's just going to wad the track up. A lot of drivers spinning down to the infield there. Luke Logan involved. But we stay green for the time being. It looks like everybody was able to turn them around or at least get themselves to pit road, so we stay green here with TJ Elaine. Still out front. Joshua Buckley, Ken Allen right there. A couple drivers still down on pit road. Neff, Blake, Bachelor, Wanamaker, along with Alvecchione. So drivers out there skating on a little bit of ice here side at the South Boston Speedway as our friend Aidan Alvecchione, the in-race reporter out there, stepping out from behind the microphone here on Thursday nights and gets behind the wheel of these SK Modifieds. Had a great qualifying effort as we watch the battle here. This is Chad Allcare trying to get underneath Luke Logan in car number 60. Logan a little sideways. The car looking very twitchy that time up off the corner. Oh, more. Look at the hands. You see the white gloves of that number 60. They are absolutely trying to hang on to that car. Maybe a little contact there as the 17 of Allcare's got underneath Logan. Brian Neff back out onto the speedway. The Winn-Dixie 06, though, looking like it may be down on power a little bit. A couple drivers looking like they're down on power, but trying to skate around here. There's one driver up into the wall. I believe that is the 83. That is the 83 of Kevin Bachelor. Bachelor was having himself a good run here tonight till that slip up. Looks like his car is not handling very well, or maybe, contact! Bob Higgins into the wall, spins it around. Higgins is spinning around, and that's going to bring the caution flag up. Him and Bachelor coming together. They were 3 wide down there. 3 wide normally not working, as you see Higgins sitting the wrong way here, so the caution flag coming out. Let's watch it back here. There you see Higgins onto the outside, tries to shoot the gap. 3 wide they are, and just run out of room. Bachelor was on the outside. Higgins drifts up just a tad bit, and they made the contact. The round goes the 30 of Higgins. See if we can go back here and watch this again. Watching from overhead here, there you see the 83 into the 06, and then watch the track just get clogged up. Everybody clogged up, and they scattered like ants and got it going real quick. A little bit of crazy chaos here tonight, early on in this one. Just got a message from a friend out there tuning in tonight, and they said, Roger, you sound a little bit under the weather. Well, race hits, I am under the weather, but we are here tonight to, well, not properly pronounce drivers' names, call some virtual left turns, and watch these pixels out there tonight. So thanks all of you race fans for tuning in, and thanks for noticing I'm a little under the weather. It just tells me you listen to my wonderful voice, we'll call it, too many times. Coming into the night, though, Joshua Buckley was last week's winner. Chad Allcares picked up week number 1's win. So when you take a look at the point standings, it is Chad Allcares leading Joshua Buckley by 1 point. And then Eric Stout, who's not here tonight, he is actually the driver that is sitting third overall in the championship standings. TJ Henson is fourth. He's tied with Bruce Pearson. Kevin Batchelor is sixth. Then seventh is a tie between Brandon Feeney and Rob Higgins. These are just the early point standings here in the season. These standings are subject, well, to change here. And as we can see with the chaos tonight, the point standings will absolutely change by the end of this one before we head to next week once we tally it all up. What we can tell you is the iRacing.com pace car lights are back off here on the pace car, and TJ Lane, Joshua Buckley, Ken Allen, and TJ Henson this time. Henson up 12 positions since the drop of the green flag. He's been able to bob and weave his way through the field. A much better start that time by these drivers as they went down into turn one. Not a better exit, though, for Joshua Buckley. He did that 2 restarts in a row now. Joshua Buckley on the exit of turn 2 slid up, almost hit the wall. I think the 62 of TJ Henson actually slid up and hit the wall instead. So TJ Henson in that cookout number 62, maybe a little right front wheel damage. Look at Mike Taschereau. There he is in the 33. He was the driver that spun to bring the first caution flag of the evening out. He's back up to running inside the top 10 as he was able to miss that big one on that last restart and now finds himself knocking on the back end there of the top 10. Bruce Pearson trying to battle, though. That is Chad Allcares in the Duncan machine to the outside of him. So Bruce Pearson trying to hold on to the 9th position underneath Allcares. Allcares powers back on the outside. None of these drivers have newer tires, so they're all on equal tires here since the beginning of this race. It looks like Allcares is going to be able to do it on the outside. Oh, almost into the back of Feeney. A slip up there. It looked like a chain reaction. Everybody able to keep it going, but everybody had to check up. Looks like Dwayne Hopkins and Brian Neff were side by side. That is not a battle for position. Hopkins in the 00 right now is the driver that is in the lucky dog position. Neff is 3 laps down. He'll be the next driver that were together if a caution flag were to fly. Out front, though, leading all the laps so far here tonight, TJ Lane. The rookie here tonight in the number 51. The Toadcast podcast. Number 51. Right now, it looks like Joshua Buckley, though, does have the faster of the 2 machines. Problem is, you can be faster, but can you get around? Riding on board with the checker flag on display onboard camera with Joshua Buckley. There you see that 51 out front. Buckley looks like he's getting a little tight off the corners, but still able to keep pace with that 51 for the time being. These drivers are about to start coming up on lap traffic, so we will watch to see. Taschereau up out of the groove, a little contact there. Bill Rawson. Caution lights on. Caution lights on as I'm being told the 06 having a little problems out there. The Winn-Dixie 06. Take the look here. What happened? Hopkins swung it way wide. Oh, and they just bang bars, and around goes the 06. Look at Brian Bianchi. Bianchi was able to swerve around and miss. Let's ride on board here. Riding on board with the Winn-Dixie 06 of Brian Neff. Heard the contact. He got out of the throttle. The car just jumped sideways. Know where he was going to go. We got to thank you tonight, race fans, for tuning in here tonight to watch the GK Properties LLC 125 here from the South Boston Speedway, the 3rd race of the season here for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series. Took me a while to realize and be able to say when we were Short Track Scrambler Series racing. Now we jump back here into the SK Modifieds. I got to get my brain retooled, and I know Aiden out there is going, and what brain is that? Well, I'm with you on that one, Aiden. I'm with you. Aiden's still down on pit road. Kevin Batchelor is down on pit road. It looks like Bob Higgins is also on pit road. Rich Blake on pit road. So is Brian Neff. All those drivers are still here at their at the side of their race cars, and we'll see if they're able to get back out there. If they can, they might be able to pick up a couple positions here tonight. Drivers still on the lead lap here tonight at the South Boston Speedway. You may have noticed it, race fans, if we pop the timing and scoring back up there. You'll notice we said it multiple times, 125 laps here tonight from the South Boston Speedway. Normally we run 100 laps here on Thursday nights. Well, the drivers voted at the end of the season in their drivers polling surveys that they wanted to see here on these smaller tracks like the South Boston Speedway. We wanted to see 125 laps. So this year we gave the drivers what they wanted, 25 more laps to figure it out. So we're not racing to lap 100 tonight. We're racing to lap 125. Back into the air, racing again here at the South Boston Speedway after that caution flag is cleaned up. A lane to the inside. Buckley's still pushing. That car on every restart has got tight out of turn number 2. He did it again, but he's able to hold the spot. Taschereau and Feeney, though, arguing over who is going to have that third spot, and there was Chris Oliver. Oliver in the number 52, and a little contact there. Both drivers sideways for that 4th and 5th position. They're able to keep their foot in it and keep going. Oh, into the wall goes the 22. Bruce Pearson in car number 22. The Mission 22 entry was just up into the outside wall. You see everybody goes down into the corner, and they are just sliding the tires here tonight, trying to stay off of one another. Chad Allcare is not getting much practice here tonight. He was wrapped up in one of those wrecks earlier here tonight before the halfway point, because we're halfway right now. And since then, he's been able to rebound. He's back into the top 10. He's running 7th right now. So Chad Allcare is making a nice charge through the field. He's working on the number 21 right now, Bill Ross, who holds that 6th position. Mike Taschereau is the biggest mover so far, up 11 spots in car number 33. He has come to pit road here tonight, but it was he has not come to pit road. He was involved in a spin, but did not come to pit road. So we'll see if the tires hold on for the number 33 of Taschereau. Battling just here inside the top 10. That's the 81 of Ken Allen. Just behind him, Brian Bianchi in that car. You can tell the right front is still shortened up. No parts down there in the pit lane to fix the number 14 MA. So the GK Properties, Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe, Colony Tire and Service Center, number 14 MA, just trying to soldier along. He's sitting in the 11th position right now. He's one of the drivers. Oh! Big slide out of the turn 4. Big slide for the 40 of Rob Higgins. He probably snacked into another Slim Jim. There you see him. Ken Allen just behind him. Allen lifted out of the throttle to allow the number 40 of Rob Higgins to gather it up. That'll allow Brian Bianchi to kind of work his way back into the fold here, see if he can make any headway into the top 10. See one driver down to the bottom. That is the 74 of Alan Wanamaker. Wanamaker with heavy damage on the 74, just trying to turn laps, staying out of the way of the race leaders. You see the 00 of Hopkins getting by. Brian Bianchi spinning out of turn 4. He'll hit the pit wall. This is what happened to Brian Bianchi. That is one way to exit the speedway. It's not how he wanted to do it. He's back out onto the racetrack, but he's lost, I believe, a lap, and now he's got even more damage to the right side of that number 14 MA. It's still Elaine, Buckley, Taschereau, Feeney, Oliver, the top 5. Well, Kev, I guess I can tell you he needs to get good. I guess that's what it is, right? That's what all the kids say these days is close racing here between Allen and Higgins. Little slide there by Allen up into the Nerf bars of the 40, and the 40 of Higgins making a little contact with that outside retaining wall. Next time by, it'll be 80 laps in the books. They've been all led by TJ Elaine, the rookie, coming into the night. TJ came in 11th in the championship standings. His finishes so far this season: at Stafford, he finished 8th. At Charlotte, had a good run going. A disappointing 17th place finish for him. So tonight, this would be a great rebound here tonight at the South Boston Speedway. Joshua Buckley, though, is continuing to hang on right there, just about 2-3 car lengths back off the Nerf bars. Something happened. Brandon Feeney, I'm being told, has spun it to the inside off the racing surface, and he's going to, get it back going. Aidan Alvecchione coming to pit road. Brandon Feeney get it going. He stays on the lead lap for the time being. There you see the number 66. That is Blake. He'll get around Feeney. It's not the battle for position, though. Rob Higgins still getting pressured by Ken Allen. They're going around the lap car of Brian Bianchi. Bianchi trying to stay down there, but the guard just getting up the track just a little bit, almost into the quarter panel there of Ken Allen. See Wanamaker still down there on the bottom. They go 3 wide momentarily down the back straightaway. Still continuing to watch. On the timing and scoring, that's the battle for the race lead you see on screen. TJ Elaine right now, if it was a regular 100-lap race, would be really counting down the laps. But we've still got a lot of racing left to go here tonight at the South Boston Speedway. Just looking to see, last time by, your race leaders, an identical lap time for both of them at the front of the field. Both drivers have 2 distinct different lines, and again, identical lap times between the 2 front leaders. They're starting to really pull away from Mike Taschereau and Chad Allcares, who has now picked up the 4th spot. Just one driver off the speedway right now. That is Aidan Alvecchione, the driver out of South Carolina. Started 5th here tonight. Going to get a very disappointing 20th place finish, it does look like, here tonight at the South Boston Speedway. Riding on boards with the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes, number 13 MA of Joshua Buckley. Last time by, it's a miracle here tonight to watch Joshua Buckley be able to pace with TJ Elaine. Qualified good here tonight for Buckley. And he's been running second the entire night, just kind of stalking the leader of TJ Elaine. Coming up, that was the 66 of Blake, going a lap down to the race leaders. Brandon Feeney, who is running into the 11th position, will be the next driver to go a lap down here because TJ Elaine and Joshua Buckley are lugging. They're definitely not doing 5 miles an hour. Just behind them, though, there is a little bit of a battle of Mike Taschereau holding off Chad Allcares for the time being. Sitting about a 1.5 seconds back off the race leaders. There you see Buckley. He's actually closed in a little bit ever since TJ Elaine got behind Brandon Feeney. That car's got a little bit tighter. The clean air factor is gone for TJ Elaine. Joshua Buckley closing in. I'd normally say throw him up, toss him out. It'll be 2 laps to go, but not here tonight. Going to 125 laps. Surprised since TJ Lane's got there that he really hasn't been able to advance his position here on trying to attack the number 38 of Brandon Feeney. Feeney's just been able to hold serve, riding on board right now with Brandon Feeney. Looking back at both battles, actually, because you can see TJ Lane, Joshua Buckley, and just behind them, Mike Taschereau trying to hold off the 17 of Chad Allcares. Oliver is still there. Bill Gross is also there. So you have 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th all in a line. .25 laps to go that time by at the line. You see Wanamaker up using the outside there as your race leaders get around him. Higgins is still locked in this battle. I don't think this is going to change all night long. Rob Higgins and Ken Allen battling for the 8th and 9th position. Logan Allen is the next car back behind them, but that's about a 2-second gap between the 9th and 10th place running of both Allens. There you see this 4-car battle from Taschereau, Allcares, Oliver, and Cross. See Chad Allcares using the outside lane here tonight. See if he can swoop up underneath that number 33. He'll have a run that time out of 4. Can he get to the bottom and get it to stick? Looks like the 33 going to give him the bottom. Can he get the momentum? 22 laps to go. You're watching the battle for the 3rd spot. Taschereau won't be able to hold on to it for the time being. So Taschereau holding off Allcares right now. Back to the leaders. Brandon Feeney still holding on to that final spot on the lead lap, but here comes TJ Lane getting even closer. .19 to go, and there you go, the 51 now finally starting to make a peek to the inside. Feeney, though, a racer in real life, not going to roll over here and just put himself a lap down. They're coming up on the number 30 of Bob Higgins. There you go. Elaine's going to use Higgins as a block, and Joshua Buckley saw it coming. He's trying to get in there. Feeney thought about making it 3 wide off the corner. He lifted out of it last minute. Look at Joshua Buckley. They got him inside. They got him outside here tonight with these lap cars. You got to go where you can, and you got to maintain the pace and the speed to get around them. Elaine and Buckley now have a little bit of clear room out in front of them. The question being, how long do they have that clear track out in front of him? The answer is, just a little bit. Let's see if we can ride on board the race leader here for a minute. The 15 to go, a straightaway length between the race leader and anybody else. Uh-oh, caution flag. Right in front of the race leaders. They got it wound up, I believe. We'll have to watch it back. We saw Brian Neff, Brian Bianchi, Dwayne Hopkins back there. Watch this back. Bianchi, there's Neff, there's Hopkins. Neff just into the back of the 14, and I believe that's the 83 of Batchelor. Nowhere to go. He got a little bumper bars rubbing. See a couple of these drivers down there getting caught up in the little bit of an action here. Allcares came to a stop, just trying to get around. Right on board with the checkered flag auto supply onboard camera here with Brian Neff. There's Bianchi going for the ride. It's not going to be the night he wanted here tonight. Nobody hitting a wall, so just cars getting together and going around. You got to be thinking about it. Ethan said it out there. I saw it up there. I saw the eyes. I saw the Buckley name. It's fresh on everybody's mind. Joshua Buckley will wreck his mother for a win here on Thursday night. I'm telling you, he will, race fans. This is Joshua Buckley's 148th start with the series. He has 4 wins, and one of those already came this season. He's never won here at the South Boston Speedway. His wins have come. Well, this is a little dated here. It looks like one came at the USA International Speedway. One came at Bristol. He actually won a race here back in 2016 with a super late model. So I guess I shouldn't say he's never won here. But it's been a very, very long time. Almost 8 years actually to the day. So we'll go under 10 laps of racing left here tonight at the South Boston Speedway. Pace car off. It'll be 9 when we take the green. The lanes let him all. A great jump there by Buckley on the outside. Can he get through turn 2? It's been the trouble spot for him all night long. And that car that time a little loose. Here comes the 33. Taschereau to the inside now of Joshua Buckley. Taschereau with a big bubble. Oh, contact. Ken Allen and Oliver, that's Chris Oliver, made a little contact back there. Ken Allen going to lose some spots. So they pinball wizard the 81 back there, but he's able to keep it going. Joshua Buckley able to hold off Mike Taschereau, so it's Elaine Buckley Taschereau for the top 3 spots. It'll be 6 to go when they come out of the corner. 6 to go. Will Buckley be able to get there? Allcares and Allen side by side. Here comes Higgins. Higgins, oh, into the back of the 81. Chad Allcare's got to spin 2 with 5 laps to go. They were battling for the 8th position. Higgins into the back of the 81 of Ken Allen. Allen sliding up the speedway. He got into the 17. Not what TJ Lane wanted to see. He was already starting to get away from Joshua Buckley. Watch it right here. Watch the 40 get into the back of the 81. Allcares didn't even know what was going on there, minding his own business to the outside. I think the 66 there of Rich Blake, a little contact, but other than that, everybody else was able to keep on rolling, including the 66 actually keeps rolling. So what do you think, race fans? Who's going to be able to pull this one off here tonight? The 6th caution flag tongue twister here tonight. The 6th caution flag with just 3 laps to go now, I believe, unless we got the double them up sign right here. This will take us into overtime. How does overtime work here on a Thursday night? Well, let me tell you, race fans, green, white checker attempts. We have 3 of them. What does that mean? Well, we're going to line them back up here. We're going to drop the green flag. So that'll be a green. The next time they come by, it'll be a white flag. Once they get the white flag, first one back to the start-finish line is the man that will pick up the win here tonight of the GK Properties LLC 125 here from the South Boston Speedway. Is it going to be Elaine to pick up his first career win in his 3rd start? Will it be Buckley to pick up another one? How about Taschereau? Bill Ross has never won. Oliver's never won. Pearson, Higgins, Allen. They've never won. Inside the top 10, just 2 winners here on the tour. Could be a bunch of first-timers tonight. Lights are out. Green-white checker attempt number 1. About to take the green flag. Pace car going to make the left. There she goes. Green flag in the starter's hand. Let's race them back to turn 1. Buckley that time with not such a great restart. It'll be TJ Elaine. Oh, he'll scrape the wall, though. TJ Elaine scraped the wall. Can they get the white flag? This time out of 4, white flag into the air. It's the final trip around the Speedway presented by Culpepper's Bakery and Cafe. TJ Elaine trying to pull the upset here tonight. Joshua Buckley slaps it off the turn 2 wall, but out of turn 4 to pick up his first career win with the series. TJ Elaine to go to victory lane. So it'll be Elaine, Buckley, Taschereau, Bill Gross coming across the line into the 4th spot. Chris Oliver will pick up 5th. Brandon Feedy, Chad Allcares, Bruce Pearson, Ken Allen, and Rob Higgins rounding out the top 10. What a race here tonight from the South Boston Speedway. The GK Properties 125 is what it was, and DJ Elaine will rev it up, dump the clutch here tonight at South Boston Speedway. He's tonight's round number 3 winner here at South Boston. We'll take a quick step away, race fans. We'll be back here to talk to your top 3 right after this.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here to the South Boston Speedway race fans. The GK Properties 125 here tonight, round 3 for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series at South Boston. Let me tell you, race fans, you saw it. I told you before, it was going to be a good one here tonight, and it is exactly what it was. So what do you say we head trackside here, talk to the top podium finishers, because we got the 33 of Mike Taschereau standing by. Mike, a great run from you after you spun out here tonight at South Boston. You were able to rally back, picking up 11 spots. Did you have anything late, though, here tonight for those top drivers?
Hey, Roger. Yeah, good to be in the top 3. At the end there, I had nothing. I was on the same tires I started with. I thought about pitting after I spun there. And then, yeah, qualified bad. Had the incident there. I had to work my way from the back up. This track, you just got to be patient, take your time, pick your way through the front, back to the front.
We saw a lot of drivers here tonight. Restarts very tricky. The exit of turn 2 caught a couple of these drivers off guard, and a lot of these drivers said here tonight the car's just reacting a little skatey. How was it in the driver's seat of that 33?
Actually, my car felt pretty good. Really no different than anybody else's. Maybe just the way I was driving. I was trying to be real conservative, figuring I'd be on the same tires all night. So just trying to hit my marks, run about the middle of the track, protect my line, and keep the car up front there at the end.
What did you think of the 125 laps here, the bump up of 25 laps from the last time we were here at South Boston?
You know, when you're sitting in third with 20 to go, that's when it gets to be a long race. You wish it was just 100 laps. But I don't mind. It gives everybody a chance, a couple cautions at the end. So you can see that it does play a role with the cautions. But I enjoy racing, so the more laps, the better.
The more laps, the better. The more positions you have gained here tonight, 11. So what do you say? Who's on the quarter panels of this beautiful white number 33?
Well, it's the racing school, Roger. Right now, the business is actually on a standstill. I'm regrouping my company, going to come back with a bigger, better venue, and I'll explain that more later on when I get things laid out. But right now, we're just taking a little bit of a break.
Well, we can't wait to see it back, in the real side of things, but a great run for you here tonight, Mike.
All right, thank you, Roger. See you next week.
Mike Tashirow picking up 11 spots. He'll finish third here tonight after 125 laps. And the man they call the bump, the dump, and run, Joshua Buckley. How about it, Josh? Another great run here on Thursday night. You only pick up one, but it was a key spot.
Yeah, no, just a solid night. Trying not to, do again what happened last week. I don't know if I was going to have anything for TJ, but, when we got that green flag run, it was just trying to save your stuff for the end and see if you can make a move on him. Unfortunately, those cautions at the end kind of hurt, having to restart on the outside, trying to have to fend off Mike to try to get the TJ. I just ran out of laps, but still, it was pretty good. It was a good car.
Walk me through the process here. You and TJ broke away from the battle for third and fourth there, and about 35 laps to go. All of a sudden, heavy and thick 2 C's of lap traffic out there. What was the thought process dipping and diving around the cars?
Just trying to see what cars were going to do what. Some guys were giving way. Some guys were giving way in the area that I wasn't expecting to have to pass. But I mean, still very respectful. Gave us plenty of room. I think we were getting Feeney there. Feeney I was interested about because he's trying to stay on the lead lap, so I know he's going to fight the leader. And I was kind of hoping that was going to slow TJ down a little to where I can try to make a move. But it just didn't work out. But it was a little hectic out there.
Well, after last week, a little bit calmer there for you tonight, Josh. I believe, if I'm taking a look at the point standings correctly, you should leave here tonight as the overall championship points leader. It's been a long time since you've been able to have the top echelon of that point standings with this 13 MA. What's the early season momentum here that you've worked up?
It's just the preparation with the setups, taking the time. Teammates always help too. I know they're not running and everything like that, but still information that's, given. But yeah, it's just putting the laps in. I did put a lot more laps in last night during our practice than I normally do, and I think that wound up helping because I found something towards the end there.
Yeah, I found a couple tennis balls out here on the outskirts of the track, so I know you were here practicing. But what do you say we let you get on the walker here and head on out? So who's on the side of this number 13 MA?
Checkered Flag Auto Supply, Granny Hips, Buckley Walkers and Canes. My teammates Mike and Dalton with Rev Esports. Turn 3 Racing Network for the awesome broadcast. You obviously as well. Each and every guy that comes out every week and just having fun racing. It's been a lot of fun so far, and I'm looking forward to next week.
There you have it. He goes from victory lane last week to a backup runner-up second place finish here tonight, and he'll walk away with a points championship lead tonight. That is Joshua Buckley finishing P number 2. The driver that will take the overall top spot tonight after 125 laps, leading all 125 laps. How about it, TJ Lane? You're able to pick up your first victory here tonight at the South Boston Speedway.
Heck yeah, woo! It was a lot of fun, I tell you that.
Boom confetti is what they're telling me out there. Tell me how the track was. You were able to pick up the top spot in qualifying early on here tonight, and you were able to lead all 125 laps, but you had Joshua Buckley just behind you breathing down those bumper bars.
Oh, yeah. And after last week, I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't think about him spinning me around to get the win like he got last week. But, Buckley and I talked last night, and it's not, the incident that I had with the 17 incident he had that ended up getting him the wins, not how we like to race, and you're just so dang close. And it's like one of those things. I was on the 17's bumper last week, and the moment he got out of the throttle, I was already there, and it spun him around, and I was really upset about it, So it's this track's a lot of fun. There's a couple of different ways you can run it, but you gotta the primary thing is you gotta learn and figure out how to save the tires. I mean, these mods will run that full 125 laps on a good set of tires, but if you can't find that balance, it's going to be real tough.
A lot of these drivers not able to find that balance here tonight. Late in this one, though, a late race caution grouped this bunch back up. Were you worried that maybe Josh had something on that final restart? He had some troubles off turn 2, but do you think maybe he could have figured it out?
Yeah, he kept getting me really good on the restarts. I was having a hard time figuring out where that flag was getting ready to wave at. There's a couple of times I thought he was going to get me and run me on the outside pretty good down the back straightaway, but I was able to just keep the car down at the bottom. But these guys, I watched these guys race a couple years ago. They run the SKs, and I was going to join up like halfway through the season, and they said, hey, we'd like you to wait until after the season's over, which is cool, no big deal. And I'm watching these races. These guys, these New Englanders, they're known for their mods, and they're running good racing and very limited cautions, and they changed it to the Scrambler season the following season. So I'm so excited to be able to come run with Buckley and Bob and Rob and all these guys. The other TJ that's running, he ran me really good last week. I had a good time running against him. So it's been a pleasure.
Well, it's been a good race here tonight, and maybe I was going to say a good start to the season, maybe not in your mind from last week, but a good run at least here tonight. Going forward here, how can you take the momentum here from the South Boston Speedway heading to a track we've never been, Oswego, next week?
Yeah, so I've never been there either, so it's definitely like last week at Charlotte. I had never been there in any car, so it's just kind of, I'm just going to go out there and try to get a decent finish. Was I expecting to win tonight? Was I expecting to get the pole tonight? No, absolutely not. But it just kind of fell that way. I'm one of them guys. I would much rather finish side by side for second place than to wreck for last. So we're just going to play it out. We'll show up Wednesday night and do some testing with the guys and see how they're running and watch the lines. We'll see how it goes.
Well, before we let you go, how about for the first time ever, we roll this freshly red, bright carpet out for you here tonight, hand you the microphone, and let you take it away for the people you got to thank back home.
Well, first off, I'd like to thank all of the people that are watching. We've got a good group of guys that are following behind us, Matt and Brad and George. George and Brad have been there for a really, really long time, and we put a lot of work into running as clean and as hard as we can. We got Toadcast on the side of the car. That's a broadcast company that we do a lot of fun little things. We show guys what ratios and offsets we're using in officials, so you can check that out on YouTube. And we'll be sponsoring the Five Flags race this season here. Towards a couple races towards the end of the year, I'm pretty sure it is. And we'd like to thank Red Light for letting us come in. We got another guy that's trying to get back to his B license from officials. You guys know how officials are. So he'll be here hopefully next week in the 89. I want to thank you guys. Put on my crew is popping in and out of Discord, and they're telling me how great your broadcast is. So you do a pretty dang good job, man.
Well, there you have it. TJ Elaine here tonight, picking up his first career victory, and he's got the whole posse out there popping into Discord, telling him, go faster, that's for sure. So a great run by him and a great run by all these drivers here tonight. But the South Boston Speedway, it's done. It's over with. We get to move on to a first-time track. We've never been to the Oswego Speedway in New York. We will be there next week with these SK Modifieds for the 505 Motorsports 100 from the Oswego Speedway. They told me, though, they're not putting dirt down. I'm a little disappointed, race fans. We do have the dirt version here, but we're not going to. We're going to stick it to the asphalt for these drivers because we don't want to get them too out of shape. But with South Boston being over, Oswego's just 1 week away. TJ Elaine picking up his win. That's it. We're done. Wrap the cords up, ready to go. So until we see you next time, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in turn 3.